The Human Services Committee, it's Monday, October 3rd, 2011. We have a quorum. It is 7:41 p.m. First item is the approval of the meeting minutes of September 7th, 2011. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, items for consideration. First one is H1, Township of Evanston, September monthly bills totaling $84,456.59. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the second item for consideration is H2, an ordinance amending Title IX, Chapter 4 of the Evanston Municipal Code, entitled Dogs, Cats, Animals, and Fowls, to regulate problem pet owners. And this is for consideration. It was included in your packet for tonight. And I have a couple of suggested changes, which I emailed to the Law Department this afternoon. The first change is on Section 2 of paragraph, Section C, notice of a hearing. The second sentence should be with written notice of a hearing before the administrative adjudication hearing officer. And then at the end of that paragraph, notice shall be served by certified and regular mail. And then there's more about what should be in that letter, the name and the address of the person who's the subject of the hearing, the names, descriptions, and license number of any animals owned by or licensed to the person, brief descriptions of the violations that form the basis of the request, notification of the time, date, and location of the hearing before the hearing officer or the court, and a summary of the impact of designation as a problem pet owner set forth in that section. So,
Excuse me, Madam Chair, I just have a question. How did this get back to our committee? I thought this was going back to council when
no, this is a new ordinance. This is problem pet owners. This is to address the concerns that some of Alderman Burris's constituents and the police chief had about.
Okay, all right.
This really provides the chief with the opportunity to take action in the case of a dog that's designated as dangerous.
Okay, I remember that, but I thought that was still going back to council. I didn't realize it was
No,
going
this
back
is
to committee.
this is a brand new ordinance.
Okay.
So this is to address the that part of our ordinance that does not allow the chief to act in a way to remove an animal from a household. Do we need a motion if this is going to stay in committee? And yeah, do we need a motion? Okay, why doesn't someone else make the motion, actually?
I think there are additional questions.
Okay, I think what they're saying is that we probably shouldn't be discussing it until there's a motion and a second.
I could not find it in my packet.
It's under, if you open the packet on the city's website, it's pages,
I downloaded from, I don't have it. It's not in my packet.
it's pages 33 to 35 in the packet on the city's website.
I don't do it from the city's website. I do it from what is sent to us.
Yeah, Nicola's looking for it.
You said 35?
Page 33 to 35. We're going to have a motion to discuss. Is that what their motion should be?
Yeah, it's only for consideration of the bond.
Okay.
So you can discuss it, move it forward, or?
Well, we're going to hold it in committee. So should the motion be just to discuss, or should the motion, what should the motion be? Okay, so if someone would move approval and we can get a second, then we can discuss.
I'll move to approve for discussion.
Second.
Okay, now we can discuss. So I'll just move everything I discussed into the discussion. Yeah, this mic is having some problems here. Has everyone found this on their? Is there anyone else who has any discussion or comments? Alderman Grover could not be here this evening, and my suggestion is that we ask the law department to make any amendments that are suggested tonight and bring this back to us for action at the next meeting.
The amendments that you read in the beginning, and those you are proposing tonight, or they, because I was not in here.
Yes, that's what.
And I would certainly think that that would be the proper thing to do.
That's what I'm proposing tonight. I had one more change, I'm sorry, in paragraph E. So we're still in section 2E. And in the 6th line down, instead of chief of police, it should be the hearing officer, because it's the hearing officer.
Upon further upon the determination of the hearing officer?
Right.
Instead of chief of police. Okay.
Right, because earlier in the proposed ordinance, it is the hearing officer or the court. So it's either administrative adjudication or the court that's making that determination, not the police chief.
Well, then,
In paragraph A, where on the first page, where it talks about, for purposes of this chapter, a problem pet owner is a person who has been determined by an administrative adjudication hearing officer or the circuit court to have committed, and then it goes on and explains. So that should be reflected in the section, in the paragraph E. So that should be the same, the hearing officer or the court.
So should it be, this is administrative adjudication hearing officer.
It's right there. So right down here on this.
Yep, but this says administrative adjudication hearing officer. Do you want the same here?
Yes.
It says hearing officer.
And the law department can put in, if that's not the proper wording, the law department can change that. Are there any other questions?
well, I think we'll have time to read it and digest it by the time it
Yeah.
comes
Mhm.
back. Because I certainly didn't have it on, I didn't realize it was in the packet because I didn't click on to the other side.
And is this thing, well, I guess I should think this. I guess my question is if this is aimed towards, if you're referring to the pet owners as dogs, when I scroll down to the end of the ordinance, hold on a second to find this. You refer to removing all the pets.
Removing, that the determination can be to remove all pets in the household.
Okay. But referring to dogs, right?
Oh,
That
it can be,
include cats,
it can
fish,
be,
mice.
it can be any and all pets. I mean, that's at the discretion of the
Drag,
chief.
whatever.
Yeah, or his or her designee.
Fighting fish, piranha.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's,
Sorry. I see Bill over there typing. He's making. He's gonna type.
yeah, this is like a 2-page ordinance. This is
Yeah.
really, really simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chief, did you have anything you wanted to say about this? I mean, the idea was to give you the tools that you needed to address this. Okay. Is your feeling that this gives you the tool that you need?
I believe it will.
Okay.
We'll review it one more time, and I'll have any appropriate comments at the next
Great,
committee meeting.
great, because that's what we want is. Are there any other questions? Okay, so if everybody would review this, and then we'll discuss it at the next meeting and decide whether or not this is something that we want to move Forward. There are some people who are signed up to speak tonight, so before we go to the items for discussion, let's ask these folks to come up, and if 3 minutes for Bonnie Wilson, Betty Esther, and Madeline Ducray.
Thank you, Chairman Frisk. I just, as Evanston's Township Assessor, I just want to make an announcement that we're having, that Cook County Commissioner Larry Sufferton and the Board of Review Commissioner Mike Cabanargi and State Senator Jeff Schoenberg, State Representative Robin Gable, State Representative Daniel Biss, and myself are having an Evanston Property Tax Seminar on Thursday, October 13th at Fleetwood Jourdain at 7 o'clock p.m. at 1655 Foster. We hope that taxpayers will come and come to this seminar. We'll be discussing, as the Board of Review is open now until October 24th, and we hope that people will come and attend. And also, if people have any questions or they would like to appeal through the Township Assessor's Office, please call our office at 847-332-2465 to make an appointment. Thank you.
Thank you. Betty, did you? No? Okay. Ms. Ducray?
Excuse me. Is this yours? Oh. Good evening. My name is Madeline Ducray.
Thank you.
And I needed to speak 1, 2, 3 different things here, and it won't take long. Some people in the community wanted me to come up to ask about the situation that took place at the high school with a laser or a taser gun that was used on a young person at the high school, and wanted to know if that was necessary. Some witnesses thought that it was not. Are we using that in Evanston now instead of a gun? We have yet to find out about the other situations that happened with guns. I don't know if the chief is still here. Maybe he can make a comment on it. Also, when I think I last spoke at the meeting, we were supposed to, I think Alderman Holmes referred the situation with the mayor that we asked about the town hall meeting about a race relationship. I have yet to hear, read, or anything about it. Is it still up in the air? And number 3, there is a complaint to the police department that's floating around in the neighborhood about an officer by the name of Andre, what have you. I don't know if our aldermen have seen that, or either the 2nd Ward aldermen have seen it, about an incident that took place September the 29th. And I think we need to get upon that. Thank you.
Chief, did you want to comment about the incident at the high school or anything else?
I apologize. I was in another conversation. Which incident at the high school are we referring to?
Ms. Ducray? It's the taser incident at the high school. And she wanted to know if using a taser is a choice rather than a gun. Is that it's a complaint?
They wanted to know what was the reason. Was that could there have been another way, to solve the problem? There were over 20 police cars there, I understand, and there were also many people watching the event.
Do we have 26 here?
Let me speak to this specific event as well as I can, and I will forward to the members of the committee our internal use of force reports tomorrow or the next day. Essentially, there's several large disturbances ongoing. The officers on scene elected to use a taser, and if I may be as blunt as I can about this, I've been shot, stabbed, cap-stunned, sticked, and tasered. If I get a choice between the 5, give me the taser. It's over, and you're not hurt when it's done. And use of force things are always difficult. I don't want to make light of them, But one of the reasons we've elected to utilize this device is the reduced number of injuries to officers and the individual they're using the taser on. Just this weekend, you saw in your weekend duty summary where officers utilized a taser on a man armed with a handgun. He's now in the hospital undergoing a psychiatric evaluation. Pre-taser, this would have been a horribly different outcome. And so while we need to critically evaluate the use of tasers and all use of forces which occur within the department, I think this is a device that will continue to pay dividends in no injuries to civilians and no injuries to the officers. So I will forward to you the specifics of that incident that Madeline Decree has referred to. And as always, all use of forces will be scrutinized by the command staff of the department to see if they were appropriate.
Thank you. Alderman Holmes?
I'm just, when did this incident occur? I mean, we have not had any information on it.
First day of school.
The first day of school?
As I recall, I will once again forward the reports, and once again, this was a rather large fight, not at the school. It was across the street.
Okay, at Church and Dodge. Okay, all right, okay.
And so-
I was thrown by being at the high school. I just was wondering what.
It was near dismissal time.
Yeah, I do know about that.
And to a large degree, Alderman, I'm talking off the top of my head. I don't recall whether they were students there or students at another school, but all that information will be contained in the reports that I forward to the members of the committee. And as to the second complaint that's floating around, I will check and see if OPS has it. One of the critical things in our complaint review process is it's a process. Unless there's a start to the process, I appreciate people can be upset about police conduct, but unless that conduct is brought to my attention through those channels or brought to me and I direct it to the starting point, we're not going to get closure, and this room will continue to chase this rumor around for a long time. So I will also check to see if we have any complaints regarding that specific officer in the time frame mentioned by Ms. Decree. Thank you.
Thank you. There are no further speakers signed up. The next item is an item for discussion, the 2012 meeting schedule. Has everyone been able to look at that and check your calendars? Does that look like that will work for everyone? Okay, Nicole, that was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Thank you.
And then an update on the Coast to Coast prescription program.
Hi, good evening, trustees. My name is Rosemary Jean-Paul, and I'm the director at the township. Just want to give you guys an update on the Coast to Coast prescription program. It's in effect. Last week, representatives from the Coast to Coast program worked very diligently out in the rain to provide all of the community residents an opportunity to stop by at any local pharmacy, CVS, Osco's, Dominic's, one in Wilmette, as well as on Howard Street in Chicago, CVS on Howard and Skokie, Target, Walgreens, and Sam Clubs, to place the cards there for them to sign up. So it's a very good program. It not only assists seniors, but anyone who do not have medical coverage and need assistance with their prescriptions. And it also covers pets. So it's in effect. And you can pick up a card anywhere.
Wonderful. We have some communications. Mr. Gaynor, would you like to tell us about them?
You have the township audit, financial report in front of you for your review. And,
And then the township.
and the township cash dash program.
Can I just elaborate on the Cash Dash event?
Yes.
All right, the Cash Dash event is an event that the township have partnership with the Illinois State Treasurer to come in and provide residents an opportunity to claim unreported money or property that they may be entitled to. They will be at our office on October 19th between the hours of 9 and 2:30. So if you have any unclaimed property or money out there, please feel free to stop by and get the draw your luck, I guess, luck of the draw.
Is this the same type of program that I think when they print it out every year in the newspaper and you can look at it?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, but we're having people in our office to actually help people go on the computer and see if they want anything or if they have any unclaimed property or cash out there that the state is holding. So they will be out, and we do this every year.
Is this also published in the newspaper?
Yes, it's going to be published in the Round Table, Evanston Now, and the Centennial. We sent it to them and asked them to publish it, so they said they would try to do the best they can.
Okay. Alderman Holmes. That was last. Okay. All righty. Is there anything else anyone wanted to issue or anything anyone else wanted to discuss? Otherwise, we've completed our business.
I don't have any.
Okay.
Move for adjournment.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Next meeting is Monday, November 7th at 7:30 p.m. We will see you there.